My beloved child, I am about to astonish those who once believed you had been forgotten through the goodness that is beginning to appear in your life. For a long time, you walked through silence, while those around you looked at your circumstances and quickly concluded that you had no opportunity left, that your best days had passed, and that you would remain forever in the same place. Some stopped believing in your ability. Some no longer expected anything good to come from you, and others quietly treated your delay as evidence of failure. But, my child, what they saw was only the surface of a deep process still being completed. I never took my eyes from you, never forgot your name, and never allowed one sincere prayer of yours to disappear into emptiness. While everything outwardly appeared motionless, I continued working quietly in places no one could see. Many times, you asked why you had to wait for so long. You watched others pass through doors before which you were still standing, watched them receive recognition while your effort seemed invisible. There were days when you remained calm, but there were also nights when you could not stop yourself from wondering whether you were truly moving in the right direction. I know how deeply the feeling of being left behind wounded you. I know how tired you became of continuing to hope without any sign clear enough to reassure you. Yet that delay was never empty time. I used every day to deepen your roots so that applause would not lift you too high and criticism would not pull you down. You needed to become steady before being placed in a position where many eyes would turn toward you. What is coming is not meant to help you take revenge upon those who once looked down upon you. I am not lifting you so that you can return and humiliate others or use success as a weapon to prove that they were wrong. The change I am preparing carries a purer purpose, to let your life tell the story of perseverance, integrity, and the ability to rise after seasons that appeared to have no way out. You will not need to argue in defense of your worth. Good results, the peace in the way you live, and the depth of your decisions will speak for you. Those who thought your story had ended will witness a new beginning unfolding in a way they cannot deny. But remain humble, because the greatest change is not that they think differently about you. It is that you no longer need their opinions in order to know who you are. I saw everything that happened in silence. I saw you fulfill your responsibilities when no one thanked you. I saw you continue planting what was good, even when you could not yet see a harvest. I saw you wipe away tears and rise again, continuing to care for those you loved while you yourself needed support. None of those efforts was lost. They became strength, understanding, and compassion accumulating within you. Some things, if given too early, might not have been preserved wisely. Some doors, if opened while you were still searching for recognition, might have caused you to lose your peace. Therefore, I was not only preparing what you requested, I was preparing you to become mature enough to carry it without losing the goodness within you. When the shift begins, it may not arrive through a dramatic event. It may appear as an ordinary invitation, a timely meeting, an idea that suddenly becomes clear, or an opportunity that once seemed distant beginning to draw near. What matters is that you do not ignore small beginnings simply because you are waiting for a miracle in a grand form. I often place a wide door behind one simple step. One conversation may connect you with the right person. One courageous decision may end years of delay. One skill you have developed quietly may become the key that opens a new road. Remain alert, but do not panic. What belongs to you will not require you to run in fear. It will invite you to advance with discernment, preparation, and courage. You must also stop treating silent days as proof that nothing is happening. A seed beneath the soil makes no sound, yet life within it is still searching for a way upward. In the same way, many parts of your journey were being formed beneath what others could see. I placed the necessary lessons, relationships, and experiences at the proper times. Some people came to support you. Some left to create room. And some doors closed so that you would not enter places that could have caused you to lose direction. When you looked at each event separately, you saw only loss or delay. But when the pieces begin connecting, you will understand that even what disappointed you helped bring you to the proper place. My child, do not allow comparison to steal the beauty of your unique process. Others may move more quickly while carrying a different responsibility. They may be seen earlier, but that does not mean you were forgotten. Every seed has its appointed time to sprout, and every journey carries its own rhythm and preparation. You once tried to follow the timing of others until your heart became exhausted. Now, I want you to return to the road entrusted to you. Do well what is already in your hands, and stop using another person's achievements to judge your progress. What I am building within you requires depth, and depth cannot be formed through haste. Once the foundation is strong enough, increase may come more quickly than you imagine. I know there were times when you doubted yourself. Rejection made you question whether you were capable. The silence of others made you believe your voice had no value. Certain failures persuaded you that you had missed the best time of your life. But I did not measure you according to one stumble, one rejection, or one unfruitful season. I saw the way you learned, adjusted, and refused to allow pain to make you bitter. You became wiser while preserving kindness. You learned to establish boundaries without losing compassion. You no longer run toward every open door merely because you fear there will never be another opportunity. These changes are signs that you are ready to enter a new season. When others begin recognizing the transformation within you, remember the days when no one saw you. Do not allow delayed recognition to make your heart proud. Treat kindly those who are still living through hidden seasons, because you understand what it means to continue when no one applauds. Use a new position to open roads instead of building more barriers. If resources are entrusted to you, manage them wisely. If you are given a voice, use it to strengthen rather than diminish others. If leadership is placed into your hands, remember the days when you were not heard. What I give you is not only intended to make you known, but also to help others become seen, encouraged, and given an opportunity to rise through you. You do not need to return to those who dismissed you and explain what I am doing. Let them observe from a distance, if distance is necessary for your peace. Forgiveness does not require you to restore access. Kindness does not demand that you invite old patterns into a new season. You can release resentment while preserving boundaries. You can desire goodness for them without continuing to live for their approval. What I am about to open must be protected from the voices that once caused you to question yourself. Choose companions according to consistency, sincerity, and the way they treated you before there was anything impressive about your life. My beloved child, the shaking I am bringing is not intended to create chaos, but to break the false judgments that have surrounded your life for too long. Labels others placed upon you will no longer have enough power to hold you in the same position. Lack of recognition will no longer silence you. The past will no longer be used as a sentence over your future. I am positioning you in greater clarity, where abilities once hidden will begin to be used, and years of quiet preparation will begin producing results. Yet remember that the greatest turning point has already taken place within you. You no longer need the entire world to see you before believing that your journey carries meaning. Therefore, continue walking calmly. Do not force everything to happen immediately. But neither should you postpone what you already know must be done. Prepare your skills. Complete unfinished work. And remain disciplined in small responsibilities. When a door appears, test it through truth, peace, and the good fruit it produces. What belongs to you will not require you to betray your dignity or abandon pure values. I have prepared the right people, timing, and opportunities. But you must approach them with awakened eyes and a heart no longer governed by fear. You were never forgotten. The years that seemed invisible became the place where I built the depth, endurance, and humility required for the new season. When everything begins opening, you will look back and realize that silence was not emptiness. Delay was not rejection, and closed doors were not the end. All of it brought you to a position where your life no longer needs to argue in order to be recognized. Let maturity, peace, and good fruit speak. Those who thought you were forgotten will understand that they simply could not see the work taking place in secret. As for you, continue moving forward with gratitude, because what I am opening is not meant to prove that you are greater than anyone, but to make you living evidence that a silent season can never prevent a life prepared to rise at the proper time. Do not allow uncertainty to occupy your mind, because even while everything remains unclear, I am still directing this situation according to an order you cannot yet see completely. The words that have been spoken, the emotions now moving, and the unexpected attention turning toward you have not appeared without meaning. Some things can be revealed only when circumstances begin to shake, and certain truths come into the light only when people can no longer hide what they truly feel. Therefore, instead of trying to guess every thought, analyze every reaction, or chase every explanation, remain close to me. In that connection, you will recognize what deserves your attention, what is merely noise, and which road leads you back to peace. I am guarding you in the midst of this movement. What is truly meant for you will not accidentally pass by and disappear merely because you did not respond quickly enough. You do not need to compete, cling, or use your own strength to preserve what belongs to you. If a right door is opening, I will give you enough clarity to enter. If a sincere connection is approaching, it will not require you to betray your peace in order to keep it. What belongs to you will recognize you, and what is unsuitable, no matter how attractive it appears, will gradually reveal signs you can no longer ignore. Therefore, stop fearing that you will miss your future simply because you refuse to respond immediately to the pressure of the present. Even in the center of tension, I am opening a road toward understanding. At present, you may see only conflicting voices, unusual behavior, and emotions that have not yet been named. But confusion is not the final conclusion. When water is disturbed, what has settled at the bottom begins to rise. And this allows you to see what was hidden for a long time. Some people will reveal, that they genuinely value you. Others will show that they felt safe only while you remained easy to control. What is happening has not come to make you lose direction. It is helping you distinguish who can walk beside you sincerely and who merely wants to preserve a familiar role in your life. There is something I want you to recognize seriously. You have grown more than you admit. You still tend to focus upon what is missing, what remains unfinished, and the moments when you feel weak. So you fail to recognize how far you have come. But I saw strength being formed during the days when no one knew you were fighting. I saw the patience you preserved when there were no answers. The way you continued fulfilling responsibilities while inwardly exhausted. And the way you chose not to wound others, even though you had been wounded. Those small decisions built someone steadier, deeper, and no longer easily directed by temporary emotions. The person you are now is what others are beginning to see. They are not merely noticing your outward appearance, ability, or achievements. They sense depth in the way you are present. There is a calmness within you, refined by stormy days. There is gentleness that is not weakness, because it passed through testing without becoming bitterness. There is a sincerity that causes others to feel they do not need to pretend when they are near you. You may not recognize this mark because you have become accustomed to yourself, but those observing from the outside can clearly sense what you carry. The person who has recognized you as an irreplaceable presence did not choose you because you never made mistakes. They were not drawn to an image of perfection, because performed perfection cannot create an enduring connection. What makes you precious is the truth in the way you live. You are not always strong, but you are honest about what you are experiencing. You do not know every answer, but you know how to listen and remain willing to grow. You have stumbled, but you have never used it as a reason to stop. Such authenticity is rare in a world where many people spend their lives wearing identities that do not belong to them. Because you are not trying to become a copy of anyone. Your presence carries a unique value. The way you care, endure, notice what others overlook, and remain steady when circumstances are unfavorable cannot be imitated through words alone. Someone who truly sees this will understand that if they lose you, they cannot easily find another person to fill the same place. Yet do not allow such recognition to make you surrender complete access too quickly. It is valuable when someone recognizes your worth, but their ability to preserve and respect that worth must still be proven through time, consistency, and the way they treat you after the first intensity of emotion has settled. You must also understand that not everyone responds peacefully when the truth about your value is spoken. Some will rejoice because you are finally being recognized rightly. Others will become uneasy because your growth makes them realize that their former position may no longer remain unchanged. Some may try to draw closer, not because they learned how to value you, but because they fear losing influence. Others may begin competing, planting doubt, or creating situations that cause you to return in search of their approval. This does not mean you did something wrong. The light of truth often causes hidden emotions to become impossible to conceal. Therefore, do not allow these reactions to pull you into a battle that does not belong to you. You were not called to stand in the middle of everyone and calm every fear, explain every decision, or accept responsibility for their attachment. Each person must face what is rising within them. If they fear losing you, they need to examine how they protected your presence. If they become jealous, they need to heal the place that interprets your value as a threat. If they try to hold you through control, they need to understand that genuine love cannot grow through possession. You can remain gentle without becoming a container for everyone else's chaos. Move through this stage with discernment rather than coldness. You do not need to answer insecurity with anger, nor must you prove your strength by severing every connection in one moment. Observe. Allow time to clarify motives. Someone sincere will respect your rhythm, refuse to force you into a decision through fear, and will not manipulate you through emotion. Someone who merely wants to possess you will become uncomfortable when you establish boundaries. Their response to your calmness will reveal more than promises spoken during moments of intensity. You do not need to reach an immediate conclusion. Preserve enough distance for the truth to reveal itself. Do not allow being seen to make you dependent upon attention. Your value existed before anyone named it. You did not become precious because someone declared it. Nor will you lose value if they change their mind tomorrow. Outward recognition only illuminates what I placed within you long ago. Therefore, receive appreciation with gratitude, but do not build your life upon it. Your foundation must remain in me, where it does not change according to the emotions, choices, or perceptions of others. When you are deeply anchored, praise will not lift you too high, and opposition will not pull you too low. I am leading you to a place where peace becomes stronger than the need to be understood by everyone. You will no longer need to explain yourself to those determined to view you through their own fears. You will learn to remain still while others react. Not because you are indifferent, but because you know you do not need to enter every wave. Your maturity will be revealed through clean words, clear decisions, and a heart unpoisoned by competition. This is the strength I am building within you, not authority to control others, but the ability to prevent others from controlling your peace. Therefore, my beloved child, continue with awakened eyes and a steady heart. Uncertainty will fade as motives are revealed. Relationships are placed in their proper positions, and every door shows its true nature. You do not need to chase answers. Allow them to come at the appointed time. What is happening is not intended to harm you, but to lead you out of what no longer fits and closer to what knows how to respect your genuine self. I am still guarding you, still guiding you through every movement, and still ensuring that what truly belongs to you will not be taken away through anyone's chaos. Keep your heart tender, but do not abandon boundaries. Listen, but do not allow every voice to become a command. Receive appreciation, but do not lose discernment because of it. You are not here to become a prize in human competition. You are here to move through this season with understanding, recognize your value, and choose connections capable of loving without possessing. When you remain near me, uncertainty will not govern your mind. The fears of others will not determine your direction, and truth will lead you toward a place of greater peace, stability, and alignment with the person you have quietly become. When the transformation becomes visible, you will recognize my hand through peace, clarity, and a new direction that no longer confuses your heart as before. What comes from me does not always appear easy, but it carries a steadiness that frees you from continually questioning whether you are moving rightly. You may still need courage to advance, and may still have to learn how to adapt to unfamiliar things. But deep within, quiet peace will support every decision. You will no longer be directed by fear or need to cling to outward confirmation in order to believe that you are being led correctly. I will place within you a gentle but clear awareness, enough to help you continue even before you understand every detail of the road ahead. I want you to release the belief that you were overlooked or forgotten. That thought never reflected the truth about the years you experienced. There were seasons when you looked around and watched others advance while you appeared to remain in the same place. There were times when you tried very hard but no one noticed, planted with tears but did not see results, and quietly concluded that perhaps you were no longer remembered. But my beloved child, I covered you. I did not forget you. I protected you from environments that were not healthy enough, from attention that would have arrived too early, and from opportunities that appeared brilliant but could not sustain you for the long journey. The hiddenness of the former season was a protective covering, not a sign of rejection. You were preserved during years that seemed quiet, so that what was deep within could become stable before the outward realm expanded. If everything you desired had arrived too early, you might have surrendered authority to praise, been carried away by attention, or placed your worth in achievement. I did not want what you received to begin controlling you. Therefore, before granting you a broader sphere, I taught you how to stand faithfully in small things. Before allowing many people to see you, I helped you recognize who you were when no one applauded. Before opening doors of greater influence, I led you through days when you had to preserve integrity while being misunderstood. None of this was meaningless delay. It was precise preparation so that you would not lose your nature when what you once requested began to appear. Every period you once considered wasted carried a purpose of its own. Days of waiting deepened patience. Being misunderstood taught you not to live according to the way others perceived you. Closed doors moved you away from places that did not fit, while separation taught you how to release what had completed its purpose. Even your confusion forced you to slow down, observe, and distinguish more clearly between what came from peace and what was driven only by fear. Now the parts that appeared unrelated are gradually finding their place within a greater picture. You will look back and recognize that I never allowed one experience to pass without meaning. What wounded you produced understanding. What slowed you protected your steps. And what disappointed you opened your heart to a better direction. What is about to be revealed will not only change the way others see you first, it will change the way you see yourself. You became accustomed to diminishing your ability, disregarding what you carried, and assuming that your voice held little value. But as results begin appearing, you will understand that your journey was never ordinary. The lessons you learned, the perseverance you preserved, and the kindness you protected through harsh seasons are becoming part of a greater purpose. You will no longer need to prove yourself through rivalry, because maturity will speak through the way you live. A new confidence will be established, not loud or arrogant, but steady like a foundation of stone that has endured many storms. I have written throughout your life a story carrying a purpose deeper than you once imagined. Some chapters made no sense because they contained only tears, loss, and silence. You wanted to skip them. Yet those very chapters gave depth to what is coming. If you had never known what it meant to be overlooked, you would struggle to support someone who feels invisible. If you had never continued through confusion, you would not possess the gentleness needed to guide another person through darkness. If pressure had never bent you before you learned how to stand straight again, you would not understand how genuine strength is built. I do not glorify pain, but I will not allow pain to speak the final word. I am transforming what once weakened you into wisdom through which you can live, love, and serve more deeply. The next steps will help you see this story more clearly, but you must preserve stability within your heart. Positive changes can still feel overwhelming when they arrive more quickly than the rhythm you have known. A large door may bring new responsibility. Unexpected recognition may draw many eyes toward you. An opportunity you awaited may require changes in schedule, habits, and self-management. Do not panic when goodness also feels unfamiliar. You lived for so long in a posture of waiting that learning how to receive may itself require growth. I will lead you through each part and will not leave you to adapt alone. When you need to slow down, I will remind you to rest. When it is time to move, I will give you courage. When too many voices surround you, I will lead you back into quietness so that you can hear what matters. My presence will remain with you in silent moments and in breakthroughs visible to everyone. Do not search for me only in dramatic events, because I am also present in an idea that comes at the right time. A conversation that clarifies what troubled you, or a gentle prompting that helps you avoid an unwise choice. I will not always guide you through astonishing signs. Often, I lead through quiet certainty that circumstances cannot easily shake. The closer your heart remains to me, the clearer this guidance will become. You will recognize when to seize an opportunity, when to wait longer, and when to walk away, even if something appears attractive. This discernment will become a protective boundary during the season of change. Then you will see what was hidden begin to come into the light. Abilities that went unrecognized will find the right place to be used. Plans that were delayed will begin moving. Prayers that seemed unanswered will appear in forms deeper than you expected. Some things will come through people you never anticipated. Some will open through directions you never considered. And others will develop so gradually that one day you suddenly realize how far you have traveled from the former season. Do not force everything to happen according to one pattern. Allow me to renew the way you receive, because the answer will not always resemble the image you created, but it will carry a harmony your heart can recognize.